littering. Right now, the Newburgh Land Bank has about 25 properties and $2.5 million in grant money from the State Attorney General's office.
Hi. How you doing?
Which one?
I know we met before, right? Yes, so much.
During our walk down Lander Street, a woman pulls up in a minivan. Deborah Ford is wearing leopard print frames and a headscarf. 3 years ago, she and her husband took a chance and bought the house next door to number 52. They got it in good enough shape to take tenants.
Lot is renovated. I'm in the makings, like doing the garden and stuff.
Ford thinks this could be a good neighborhood in a few years' time. For NPR News, I'm Ilya Meritz in New York.
And here's our last word in business today. You hear the screaming in the background. A Hard Day's Night premiered at London's Pavilion Theatre on July 6, 1964.
The black and white film was a cheeky snapshot of the biggest band in history, the Beatles. A documentary about the making of the film, director Richard Lester said some of the most famous scenes, the one with girls screaming and chasing the Fab Four through city streets and train stations, were improvised.
I just thought we got a whole crowd of people with a lot of energy in here, and I shouted to the camera operator, "Give me the camera," and he handed it to me, and I stuck it out the window as they approached the train, running to get away from a real crowd to get on to do their first day shooting. The film was shot, edited, and mixed in just 4 months. After previewing the final cut, studio executives wanted to redub it for American audiences. They worried that theatergoers would not understand the Beatles' thick British Liverpudlian accents.
Don't worry, someone needs the best of green Saxon vibe. Oh, it's enough of my banana. Not even a jawbone, follow me? Well, don't you be precedent, isn't it?
There is something there. Those accents couldn't stop Beatlemania. In fact, they improved upon it. Released just a month after the Beatles first appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, also 50 years ago. The film was a commercial and critical hit. $12 million in the initial release, not to mention a couple of Oscar nominations.
And over this past July 4th weekend, A Hard Day's Night was re-released in theaters as well as on DVD and Blu-ray. And that's the business news on Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Steve Inskeep.
And I'm Renee Martin.
Support for KPBS comes from your membership and from National University. National University can allow students to fit education into their busy life. With a 1 course per month format, 28 campuses, flexible schedules, and online classes. National University, a private non-profit university. Learn more at discover.nu.edu.